extremely important for those of you guys that travel, especially if you travel Southwest. I know how painful this is for some of you.
Painful.
And some of you guys, it's a warning because some people are going to think this is discriminating. But Southwest rolls out new conditions for plus-size passengers refunds. Starting January 27th, when flights with assigned seating being taken off, plus-size passengers should proactively purchase the needed number of seats prior to travel to ensure the additional adjacent seat is available. As stated on Southwest Airlines website, to advise potential customers, Southwest website lists the seat width on the Boeing 737 models. It flies from 15.5 inches at the narrowest to 17.8 inches at the widest, with the arms at the definite seat boundary. Jeff Jenkins, founder of plus-size travel blog Chubby Diaries, told USA Today, "I just hope the consumers are aware of this change, and I wonder if plus-size people will skip out on flying with them at all because of them not knowing if the flight is sold out or not," expressing concerns. Rob, do you want to play this clip?
I think that this policy change risks increasing body shame. We already know that plus size passengers are, verbally harassed, are videotaped, are sometimes even physically assaulted on flights.
Southwest Airlines is changing a long-standing policy for plus size travelers. For years, quote, customers of size were encouraged to buy 2 seats, then apply for a refund after their trip, a process that had fewer restrictions on when refunds would be provided. But starting January 27th, refunds will only be granted if 3 conditions are met. The flight must depart with at least 1 open seat, both seats must be in the same fare class, and refund requests must be filed within 90 days of travel.
The refund policy is going to be so much more restricted to you only being able to get a refund for your second seat if the flight was not full, which many Southwest flights are full. This is not a policy that was bankrupting Southwest and therefore they've changed it. It's part of their, whole package of sort of nickeling and diming customers more.
The updated policy goes into effect the same day the airline switches to assigned seating on all of its flights.
The question always comes down to, do you believe that people who are traveling by plane are paying for passage from point A to point B, or do you believe that they're paying for butt space? Southwest was the best thing that we had for somebody who either couldn't afford to pay for a
what did she say? Go back again.
Or who could
go back, Rob, again.
From point A to point B.
Are they paying to go from point A to point B or butt space?
For butt space.
Yeah, you're
Southwest
taking space.
Was the best thing that we had for somebody who either couldn't afford to pay for a second seat.
I don't understand this. Can you press pause right there? So if you live in if you got a family of 5, can you fit in a 1-bedroom apartment? Probably not. You probably need 3 bedrooms. Well, are you taking too much space? Is that fat shaming? So what do we call that? Big family shaming? Procreating shaming? What do we call that thing? Is there shaming going there? No. Somebody wants to have more kids. You want to eat more. One is not 300 pounds by accident. It just doesn't happen. Whenever I'm out of shape, it didn't accidentally happen, and I'm out of shape. I got out of shape, okay? And if you put on weight or any of this stuff, so I kind of like what Southwest is doing here. I do think the problem is going to be the following. Say you don't buy the extra ticket, Vinny.
Yeah.
Just visually go with me.
Okay. I'm big.
You're big.
Okay.
You're above the 17.9 inches. Yeah. So you're big. That's right. And we're outside before you get on. Okay. Everybody knows this is the new rule.
Yeah.
So you got 300 passengers in line. They're all pointing at you.
Yeah.
And they're just waiting to see who's going to be sitting next to that person. And you go up, and they notice you've only bought 1 ticket.
Uh-oh.
Some of the most viral videos the next 3 to 6 months are going to be those, what do you call it? The rage. How dare you call me plus? This is body shaming. Yeah. It's going to happen.
1,000%.
And this is going to be rough, though.
What?
Visually, you're going to have to go there.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready for this one? Vinny, I promise you're visually going to go there.
Okay.
When you bring these things, the bags, and you say, no, it's going to fit in this thing, and you're pushing it in there.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to have to push people. Say, no, my hips fit.
Are we going to have a measuring device at 17.8 inches?
Honey, can you push it? Push it.
Excuse me. If you can't fit in here, you can't get on.
So now imagine so you jump in it, but the thing rolls up.
Oh, man.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If it rolls up, so you're like, no, I'm good. They're like, no, but this is going to fall on somebody.
Yeah, I'm going to hold my hips.
I think this is going to be such negative blowback, whatever you want to call it, on Southwest with videos going viral, but it's going to be some of the most embarrassing. It may cause people to want to go on Southwest flights for no reason, just to see people there. Like, can you imagine you book a flight, you're like, oh, I want to see what's going to happen to this person.
Like, but you have
record, it's going to go viral. Get it. She's screaming. Throw her flip-flop. Good job. Right?
Yep.
It's going to
Matter of fact, we're going to fly Southwest to Orlando. That's what we're going to do.
Let's do it.
Yeah. We're going to South.
Just bring the camera crew with us.
Go ahead, Tom.
No, so Southwest did it to itself, because what it did is it said, okay, plus-size passengers had to buy 2 tickets. This is a fact. And I've known people that had to do this. Nice people that were respectful, but, were not, had arrived at a condition for whatever reason, and they buy 2 tickets. What Southwest would say previously, remember, there's no assigned seating on Southwest, so they just sit down. So they take the window in the middle and they show, I've paid for 2. I've seen it. Now, if the flight was not sold out, in other words, there was space, then Southwest would refund the second ticket, because they say, well, we didn't sell out the flight. The seat would have been there anyway, and you got to use it. That, I think, was a mistake for Southwest.
I agree. I'm with that. If I'm doing it the right way,
it just said,
and
pay
I'm
for
being
2
respectful,
seats.
and you don't give that back to me, and you still take that money, I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, and so everybody else, nobody else gets to go on and says, wait a minute, my carry-on was only 4 pounds because it's just my laptop. Should you give me part of my ticket back because Vinny's got a backpack and a giant laptop? No. So that was the old way. The old way, they buy 2 tickets on there, call Southwest, hey, there is open seats, and so can I get refunded? Now they're saying with assigned seating, this is more difficult. Sure. Now you need assigned seating. Make sense? So the flight attendants can't say, well, you could sit there and you could sit there, and you can move here and you can move here. Because there's been situations, you see people traveling with kids.
Yeah.
And that someone's in Group C, a lady with a kid, and says, hey, I got a 6-year-old girl here. I don't want to put her in the middle seat between these 2 people she doesn't know. And somebody says, hey, could you move? And they do it nicely. And so the flight attendants do it. Well, now you got assigned seats. And you're going to have a business class and a regular class. So now Southwest is they painted themselves kind of in a corner where now it makes it look like they're taking something away when they were giving something beneficial to people out of their own sort of activism, rather than saying, hey, you're larger, you paid for 2 seats. Okay, fine.
And you know what? Like, and here's the thing. What nobody's really talking about. How about get your ass in shape? Like, the fact that we're at the point where you're just like not even trying to change. It's not like she caught fat. You know what I mean? You didn't just catch it. You know what I mean?
Bro, I got hit, dude.
You know what? Blue Ocean
out of
strategy.
nowhere, I got caught by
Somebody
that
out there
fat
should
bug.
open up a freaking airline and call it Big Booty Air or Big Ass Air. No seats. Just get all the big ass people in there. Throw snacks, some sodas, and be like, guys, eat crap, do whatever, lay on each other.
We got
We're gonna be in
cargo in the
Vegas in
back.
45 minutes. It's like that should be motivating you instead of sitting there complaining about my hip is gonna be. I'm not gonna pay. How about get in shape? Get in shape. I know that there's some people out there that have a disease.
You know how small the bathrooms are, right?
They're small.
This is I was on a Southwest flight. I think it was a miracle. This enormously large guy goes in the bathroom. I didn't know how he fit in there. He get in there and they close the door. He comes out 5 minutes later. He was still square for a while.
Like a pack, like a cookie dough in a freaking tube. What?
No, that was
just-
great.
By the
Big
way,
Booty
this
Airlines.
is what they call
Big Booty Air.
body shaming. Adam,
Yeah, you guys are body shaming today.
are you comfortable talking about this?
I'm
or-
very comfortable. Well, this whole coddling of the American mind and using terms that are inclusive, it's like, you're not plus sized, you're not full figured, you're just fat, you're obese. What figure? What are you, a hexagon? So all these words that have been changed, you know, you're no longer a woman, you're a birthing person. Yeah. You know, you have a front hole, not a uterus anymore. They're not illegal aliens. They're newcomers. Welcome. Yeah. Come on in. Here's your EBT card.
I'm
these
spherically enhanced.
There you go, Tom. All these things. You're not homeless. You're unhoused. Just stop it. You're big. You're fat. You're ugly. Deal with it. What's happened is people want to use inclusive language and they want to feel like everyone wants to feel to protect your feelings and safe spaces. And I get it. But what happens is you create an entire civilization, a generation of soft individuals. We see the stories about kids bringing their parents to job interviews, right? It's like you're raising these kids to be completely soft. What's happening also is shaming needs to be, okay, dude, you are fat. Get in the gym, like you just said. I'll tell you one last story. As far as like you said, it could be a business model about getting your money back if you're sitting next to a big fat person on a plane. One time before we started flying private, things are going real weird at Valuetainment World. We flew out to LA. It was me, you, and Tigran. I don't know if you remember. And you were sitting at the front. Tigran, I don't know where he was sitting, but I was in the back, PBD. And
I was actually, I told him, put him all the way in the back by the bathroom.
I was all the way back there. I really was. And I said, at the very least, get me a window seat. And there it was. You know, like you think you have the middle seat open. And then it's like, we're done loading with passengers. We got a couple more passengers. And then you see her, Big Bertha, coming down the aisle. I'm looking around. I see every seat taken, and I see a middle seat next to me, and it's just like, boom, boom. Here she comes. I'm like, oh, she's coming this way. And then it's like, excuse me, you're next to my seat. I'm like, oh, Tigran comes to the bathroom about an hour later. He sees me. I'm like, in the window. He just laughs at me. I would have got a refund for that, according to Southwest Airlines. Yeah, I mean, because big girls need love too. But not fun to sit next to that lady.
On a serious angle, serious number, you talk about number scream, Tom. How many % of Americans are obese?
45%.
42% of Americans, that's 141 million Americans are obese. 10% are severely obese, all right? And kids and teens ages 2 to 19, 20% of the kids are obese, and it's borderline getting.
We got big, fat people in this country.
I'm sorry.
It is what it is.
Get your ass in shape. And by the way, when you see a kid, Pat, when you see a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, like that's child abuse. He's not. What are you feeding that kid?
This is why RFK is so against what we're feeding kids.
Well,
remember, speaking of RFK, do you remember the video you showed one time?
Yeah.
Get the soda machines out of schools.
Of JFK and saying basically like our kids have not used to go to the gym. Our kids are getting fat now, and we need kids who can do a push-up and a sit-up. We've gained so much weight.
It is.
We've gained so much weight as a country.
I guess I never
in the last 50 years that this is sort of the ramifications of those decisions.
I don't want to spend this much time on these stories. I want to go through it faster. But the point is, this is happening. It's real, causing Southwest Airlines to expose it because it's costing them money. They need to make money. But at the same time, unfortunately, it's also the reason why so many people are using GLP-1s. It's also why Ozempic is on fire right now. Mm-hmm. I see some people I haven't seen for a year. I see them. I'm like, I don't even recognize you. Yeah. What happened to you? And I'm like, Jen's like, babe, did you see that? Yeah. Is that her sister or is that her? No, that's her. Wow. They split in half. Yeah. And I know it's not because they're 24/7 working at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning training.
It's a magic.
The shortcut system is also there. So you want me to not body shame? I'll take the pill, but I'm not going to the gym. There's never been more of a time to have data to help you be healthier than today. Never. Mm-hmm. This is the best time ever to be healthy. The data's out there. Once a year we get together. I can't wait to see everybody this year. This is going to be the biggest one by a mile. Record-breaking attendance coming to this event here from all over the world. 3.5-day strategy session, business, all the stuff that we'll be doing. It's a very unique experience if you haven't been to it. Orlando Gaylord, if you want to get registered, go to thevolconference.com. This year's sponsor, the title sponsor of this entire event is Goliath Ventures. Founder Chris Delgado. We've spent a lot of time with these guys. They've come to Yankees games with us. They've been coming to Vol conferences for the last God knows how many years. Goliath was founded in 2019, a private global equity firm focused on blockchain and decentralized finance, built on 3 pillars: technology, opportunity, and community. Core belief: blockchain is the foundation of a generational wealth shift. You can go search them, Goliath Ventures. Inc.com to learn more about them. They'll be at the Vol Conference all over the place. But tonight, those of you that bought the ticket that are coming here, I told you it's going to be special. I'm going to whisper you for the last time. If you're around the Florida area, you want to come to the networking event tonight on the campus. Do you know we're going to have Ferrari SP3s here? I don't know if you know what an SP3 is. Rob, can you pull up what an SP3 is? Ferrari SP3. You're talking about Ferrari SP3.
It's a modern homage to a classic shape.
Finding this car, Vinny.
Holy moly.
It's a $5 million car. It'll be on the lot.
It's just pulling up.
We will have a LaFerrari on the lot. We will have multiple $5 million cars on the lot for you to come by and see. You'll have Senna's 1989 McLaren car. You'll have jets to get on and see for some of you guys that have CEOs and founder tickets. You will see the hangar opened up, bunch of new things that nobody's seen before. Anybody that's a platinum and an executive, you'll get a tour. Founders and CEOs, you'll get a tour from me. And then right afterwards, anybody that's platinum and executive up, you will be able to go to the cigar lounge to hang out with each other, have drinks, have conversations at the boardroom, obviously on the other side, and then platinum will be on the back. The members, boardroom members, but you'll get a chance to actually see the cigar lounge. This is the manual, by the way, Rob, if you want to play this clip. This year's Vault Conference.
Gang, for those of you guys that are going to the Vault Conference, manual is here. This year it is 296 pages.
Holy moly. That
Oh
looks sick.
my goodness. We
can't
cannot wait
wait
to
for
go
it.
through
I
this with
cannot.
all of you at
Wow, that looks
the
amazing.
Vault
right.
Conference.
You know when we start working on this
Looking forward to
manual?
seeing you there.
A week after the Vault ends for next year. That's when we start working on next year's conference. Yeah, so we can't wait to see everybody. Anyways, if you haven't yet registered, pretty much last chance. 12 days left to the event. Go to thevaultconference.com. Again, go to thevaultconference.com. It's becoming the #1 business event for serious growth because you actually get strategies on how to take your business and your life to the next level. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.